Well, what a wild day, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like the stock market is back to normal. We have been saved. We had an utter collapse in the equity markets around the globe after the announcement of Trump's Liberation Day. Markets were jittery, they were panicking. But Trump knew all along that he was going to fix our massive trade deficits. He was going to save the American people from being screwed over by foreign powers who were using unfair trade practices to exploit us. And in a shocking move at the exact correct time that was totally pre-planned, Donald Trump decided to drop all of the tariffs except for the 10% baseline, and he increased the tariffs on China. So now the market is saved. Now we're back to normal. There's going to be no issues whatsoever. Oh, wait a minute. That's complete freaking nonsense. I had a feeling that Trump was going to cave, and he 110% caved. Trump ran on the idea that he was going to bring manufacturing back to the United States, and he was going to make us an industrial powerhouse. And a lot of people didn't really listen to him. And I mean, I wasn't really focused on that. I was more like, oh, DI, whatever. And Trump actually took action to try to make that a reality. Because if you want manufacturing to come back to America, you have to offer an incentive. You have to make foreign imported goods less competitive so people buy domestically. And you do that with tariffs. It made sense. Trump wants to bring manufacturing back. Let's levy tariffs on imports so we can create more manufacturing jobs. And we're just going to ignore the economics of it. We're just going to talk about what he wanted to do. Okay? And my thought process was, I don't really know if this is going to work out. I don't really know what's going to happen. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. But I thought Trump would actually stick to his guns because I thought he was a man of action and power. You see, a man, when he truly believes something, when he is 100% convinced that he is right, that he is correct, he will do things that might hurt in the short term, that might look crazy in the short term, but in the long run, bear fruit. A true masculine man sticks to his guns. He doesn't wither. He doesn't break. What did Donald Trump do? He cracked. He surrendered. He bent the knee because of the pressure. He couldn't handle it. And that's one of the problems with our democracy, is people have a voice, which is not always a bad thing. But when it comes to thinking long term, that is a problem in a democracy or republic. Because when people started to see their 401ks go down, and they started to see the price changes that were going to take place because of these tariffs, they rioted. The people were pissed. Trump supporters turned on them. A lot of them did. Not all of them, obviously. They were upset because their 401ks were going down. Now, I thought if Trump sticks to his guns and he turns out to be right, I would have massive respect for him. But within a day of the tariffs going into effect, he freaking drops them because he couldn't handle the pressure of all the negative attention and all the people calling him out. The man is weak. He has no convictions. I've lost all respect for him. And like I said, I don't know what these tariffs are going to do. I'm not an economist, okay? It seems like they are net negative overall. But if he at least stuck to his guns, I would have respected that a little bit, okay? So what happened in the markets today? And how is the Trump administration framing this? Because, of course, there's always positive spin. Oh, it was all part of the master plan, bro. It totally wasn't because the market was tanking and yields were skyrocketing. No, guys, it was all part of the master plan. And now that we have only 10% tariffs, we're totally bringing manufacturing back to the United States. And there's an even bigger risk that we're going to talk about, which is war with China. That risk has not gone down. As a matter of fact, it's only escalated further. So you're celebrating the market going up today. There's still a lot of risk out there. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what happened today and over the last couple of days with Trump and his Truth Social. So he posted this tweet today. Let's zoom in a little bit. Based on the lack of respect that China has shown to world markets, I am hereby raising the tariff charged by China, or to China by the United States of America to 125%. That's apocalyptic level. That's crazy. Everything just doubled and then some. That's coming in from China. We take in a lot from China. We take a lot of imports from China. This is called escalation. China is a big, powerful country. America is a big, powerful country. They are competing for dominance on the global stage. We're literally declaring war on them. That's what's happening here. And we came in hard and we came in fast. This wasn't no minor escalation. Oh, 10% tariff on you. You tariff us back 10%. Okay, let's negotiate. No. Apocalyptic level attack. And of course, the Trump administration is spinning it as, well, China attacked us first. If you really believe that, you're stupid. Okay? America enacted a 34% tariff, and there's been tariffs before that. China retaliated. Then America came back with 50%. And then China came back. And then we're going back and forth. And now the tariff on Chinese imports, which is still significant, oh, by the way, is at 125%. Their economy depends on exports. This is a direct attack. I don't know if you guys knew this, but in World War II, you know the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, right? You think they just did that for no reason? Oh, let's just blow up a bunch of American ships. No, they were forced into it because we had embargoes on oil. They were running out of oil. They had no choice but to attack America. Okay? And whether that was right or wrong, when you back somebody into a corner and you put too much pressure on them and you keep escalating, it could lead to war. And if you guys think it's going to be fun to fight a war with China, I'm here to disabuse you of that notion. It would be catastrophic. A lot of people would die. There'd be a lot of freaking hardship. China is a huge country. Oh, we'll win, bro. Probably. Okay? But that doesn't mean that a lot of people are going to die. And the global economy is going to take a massive hit. And all of your U.S. stocks that you're piling into today, bro, a lot of those companies are heavily exposed to China. But I guess there's no risk here. I mean, let's go look at the stock market. So VT is up 8.55% today. And it looks like it's a little bit up after hours. S&P 500 up 9.27%. Total market index up 10%. I believe the NASDAQ is up 12%. Explosive increase in prices in one day. I mean, the global market is trading like a penny stock. It's hilarious. Okay. Some of the biggest gainers were Tesla, at least for large companies, Tesla, Apple, NVIDIA. You know what a lot of those companies have in common? Massive exposure to China. So people are rushing into Apple, which basically makes all their phones in China. Tesla has a factory there, has a market there. They sell cars there. Flooding into Tesla. NVIDIA, where all the chips made? I wonder. Where are they made? Think about it. What's the place we're worried about China invading? Oh, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. So it's all good, bro. There's no risk. The risks are still here for a catastrophe. Stop getting sucked into the vertical lines. Things are not getting back to normal. Now, if Trump and Xi come to an agreement, wonderful. Things will de-escalate. But it's getting very heated and it's getting very freaking dangerous. Okay? I'm not joking. This isn't funny. You're not going to be laughing when you go and fight a war. I'm telling you that. I can say that with certainty. And this ain't Afghanistan. This is going to be nasty and bloody. And when hundreds of thousands of people die, oh yeah, it's going to change your life. I'm just saying. Okay? But, there's no risk here, bro. So let's keep reading this. At some point, hopefully in the near future, China will realize the days of ripping off the USA and other countries is no longer sustainable or acceptable. He thinks everybody's ripping off America. If we have a trade deficit, he thinks you're getting ripped off. He thinks America's getting ripped off. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. Stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. I would say America's done pretty freaking well over the last couple of decades. Maybe I'm crazy, but we seem to be the global economic superpower. We seem to have prospered better than everybody else in the world. But we've been getting ripped off, guys. Yeah, we're getting screwed, bro. Even though we have the largest economy and the biggest stock market. Highest per capita GDP. High incomes. Oh, yeah, we're getting screwed, bro. So stupid, bro. Conversely, and based on the fact that more than 75 countries have called representatives of the United States, including the Department of Commerce, Treasury, and the USTR, to negotiate a solution to the subjects being discussed relative to trade, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so he dropped the tariff because the tariffs, or he significantly reduced them because 75 countries called to start negotiations. This isn't a position of strength. Okay, we haven't even had agreements yet. He's just saying, oh, they called us. Oh, we're starting negotiations. Oh, so then we magically drop the tariffs? I'm telling you, they panicked. He bent the knee. The stock market was dropping. Bond yields were going up. He was crapping his pants. The pressure overwhelmed him. Oh, it was a victory, bro. We're so smart, bro. Trump's such a genius. No, morons. He bent the freaking knee, okay? If you can't see this, you're delusional. I voted for him, okay? But you got to have an open mind. You can't just blindly follow a cult. If you want to follow a cult, go check out Khmer's Discord, okay? Perfect cult. You'll love it. Dear leader is always right. He never makes a mistake. Whatever he tells you, whatever manipulations he says, whatever lies he says, doesn't matter. I have authorized a 90-day pause and a substantially lowered reciprocal tariff during this period of 10%, also effective immediately. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now, here's a funny thing, okay? Let's look at these older posts. Be cool, bro. Everything is going to work out well. The USA will be bigger and better than ever before. That was 8 hours ago, okay? He's feeling the pressure. He's tweeting. And then he tweets this shockingly disgusting tweet. This is a great time to buy. DJT. Now, I don't know if he's shilling his stock. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. He just randomly puts his initials in there. But before he announces this decrease in tariffs, he says this is a great time to buy. Sounds a little grifty to me now, doesn't it, everybody? No, bro, no. No, there's nothing wrong with saying it's a great time to buy and then dropping a post a couple hours later that you're dropping tariffs massively. No, there's nothing to see here. Okay? There's no risks. There's not going to be potential war with China. No, everything's back to normal, bro. So, if you look at treasury yields, right? So, they're always talking about the freaking 10-year bond. Oh, we got to get the 10-year down, bro. We got to get the 10-year down so we can refinance government debt and not pay so much interest, bro. Well, if you look over the past 3 months, right? So the 10-year was coming down pretty steadily. Okay, like the high was, 4.8%. And right when Trump launches his tariffs, right, Liberation Day, the yield drops from 4.2 all the way down to 3.99 at the close. And then the yield starts to go up again. Oh my God, our master plan to cut government servicing costs isn't working. Stocks are dropping and yields are going up. That's interesting, right? Shouldn't yields go down because people are selling stocks and piling into bonds? But why is the yield going up? Oh, guys, we got to stop it. We got to stop the tariffs now. We got to cool it off. This is why they stopped. This is why they did it. It isn't because he suddenly got a bunch of amazing deals. It's nonsense, okay? So let's listen to a stupid press conference from Carolyn Leavitt. Apparently people post about her a bunch on X. Did she have a bikini on? You people are pitiful. All right, let's see what her and Mr. Besant have to say. Mr. Besant.
On China, the tariff on China will now go up to 125%. because China imprudently decided to retaliate against the United States. And as I said at the podium yesterday, when you punch at the United States of America, President Trump is going to punch back harder.
Okay, China retaliated to the United States. So America hit them hard first with the 34% tariff. And she's framing it as, well, China hit us, so we're going to hit them back harder. Are you stupid? You don't see the twisting, the lie that's going on here? He stood up for us. He started the big trade war, morons. America, McDonald's, Crisco. What a bunch of freaking clowns, dude.
In that same vein, we have had more than 75 countries from around the world reach out to President Trump and his team here at the White House to negotiate better trade deals for the American worker. We have been overwhelmed with the amount of requests from countries around the world. I'll let the Secretary speak to that.
Oh, we're going to have factories back here any day, and they're totally not going to be taken over by robots. Trust me, bro. We're going to have manufacturing jobs for days. There's not going to be any massive automation with all the investments in AI and robotics. No, we're all going to have amazing jobs in America again, bro. Now, I have no problem with reindustrialization. I don't think it's going to bring a lot of jobs, personally. You think in 20 years from now, we're not going to have enough freaking robotics technology to replace all the work of screwing in bolts in a freaking car? Seriously? Come on. Yeah, America, you don't understand, bro. U.S. sucks, bro.
We'll continue with the tailor-made negotiations that I spoke about yesterday. In the meantime, there will be a 90-day pause on the reciprocal tariffs as these negotiations are ongoing, and the tariff level will be brought down to a universal 10% tariff. The Secretary here has been a huge part of the President's trade team, of course, and will continue to lead these negotiations moving forward to look out for the American worker, which is always President Trump's goal. So I'll kick it over to our great Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent.
You know, and supposedly we were going to increase the government's revenue by having massive tariffs, right? Oh, we the good old days of not having income tax. And then we massively dropped them. Yeah, bro, our government's fine. And then they just proposed $1 trillion defense budget. It almost sounds like we're getting ready for war. I'm just saying. The defense budget at $1 trillion, what was it, like 800 something billion before? I'm sensing the war coming. I'm sensing the escalations here. This is going to be a final showdown. The risks are not gone, people. Is it possible, bro? Vertical lines forever, bro.
Good, thank you. And we saw the successful negotiating strategy that President Trump implemented a week ago today. It has brought more than 75 countries forward to negotiate. It took great courage for him to stay the course until this moment. And
until Treasury yields started to spike up massively and the stock market collapsed and there was massive backlash. It was totally the negotiations, bro. Oh yeah, we have so many good deals now. Manufacturing jobs are flooding back into America. You can trust America, bro. We're not unpredictable and chaotic. No, invest in us, bro. Build your factories here. What could possibly go wrong? America!
We have ended up with here, as I told everyone a week ago, they're in this very spot. Do not retaliate, and you will be rewarded. So
we're just going to take a steaming dump on your face. And if you retaliate, if you don't retaliate, you're going to be rewarded like a good little bussy boy that you are. The amount of it's disrespectful. Okay, this is the arrogance of America on full display. It's like toxic level now. It's horrible. And I saw a clip of Trump like bragging that people were kissing his you-know-what, kissing his ASS, wanting to make a deal. He has no respect for anybody. There's a way to negotiate without being a total massive clown. I guess they don't seem to understand that. Oh, we can do whatever we want. Yeah, I'll beat you up if I push you and then you push me back. I'm really gonna beat you down, boy. America. This is what's happening. Are you stupid? Oh, you're so patriotic, bro. God bless America. You're such a hero. Stupid morons.
So every country in the world who wants to come and negotiate, we are willing to hear you. We're going to go down to a 10% baseline tariff for them, and China will be raised to 125 due to their insistence on escalation.
Guys, China is okay. So America attacks China with a huge tariff increase, and they insisted on responding. lose your blinders. Okay, America's provoking the war. That's what's happening here. If you don't see it, you're a little special. Okay, take off your McDonald's shades. Maybe get off that sugar high from your McFlurry and think about it for a second.
Ed, go ahead.
Secretary, thank you for doing this. Let me ask you 3 quick things, if I could, for the sake of clarity, because the markets are open and they're wondering. First of all, Mexico and China, are they part of this 10% universal?
Well, China.
Mexico and Canada, are they part of the 10%?
Yes.
Okay. Second, given then that you have the rest of the world essentially calling it, it's not China, is this now just all about China?
Well, it's about bad actors. And what we will see is some of the very early countries are China's neighbors. That we're going to see. I'm seeing Vietnam today. Japan's at the front of the queue. South Korea, India. So we will see. And as I've repeatedly said, and President Trump has been saying it for years, China is the most imbalanced economy in the history of the modern world, and they are the biggest source of the U.S. trade problems. And indeed, they are problems for the rest of the world.
Yeah, they can make goods cheaper than us. That's why we buy from them. And trust me, America plays trade games too. China makes great EVs, and we put massive tariffs on them because we couldn't compete. Oh, America doesn't have any unfair trade practices. This is such BS, man. Don't worry, you'll be in a trench in Taiwan. Yeah, but you'll be fighting for our country and for Donald Trump so he can tweet about cryptos.
Because what we've seen is that as the U.S. announced the tariff wall last week, many of those goods have already started flooding into Europe.
So as you see it now, this trade war is China versus the rest of the world.
Well, I'm not calling it a trade war, but I'm saying that China has escalated, and
this is like a kindergartner level logic. They're basically trying to put all the blame on China. It's obvious. They're trying to turn the world all against China. If you're stupid, you'll buy this story. Who started the trade war? Who is disrespecting everybody? Walking around like an arrogant clown. It's America. If you don't see it, I'm sorry. Who started all this massive escalation? It wasn't China. Even if they have been manipulating, so have we. We protect our industries. We subsidize our industries. They subsidize theirs. Countries do it all the freaking time. And then when you slap them in the face with a 34% tariff, oh, yeah, it wasn't us that started it, bro. China's the real bad guy. We didn't do anything. We just had to do this. Come on. But Amerifats will buy this hook, line, and sinker. And they'll let's have a war. Oh, yes, war. Oh, where are my stocks going down?
President Trump responded very courageously to that, and we are going to work on a solution with our trading partners.
Oh, he's so courageous. He starts a trade war. Some people fight back. How dare they fight back against Amerifats? And then he courageously pushes them even harder when he started the fight. But America really is that stupid. Like, people here are stupid. I can already, because I'm a YouTuber, I've seen this. People are this stupid to buy into this narrative. You don't like America, bro. No, right now, I really don't like America. Okay? This is an obvious scam and grift and manipulation. Anyway, I'm done with this garbage. All right, let's do some comments. Let's see. Book a free 30-minute tax consultation. Taxes are due April 15th. You need to file an extension to pay your taxes. They are due April 15th, even if you file an extension. Book a consultation. We will get your taxes in. Strong man. I can't believe he told everybody to buy. There's so many amazing things going on in America. We're the crypto capital of the world. Trump pumps his own meme coins. He pumps his own stock. He gives buy-sell alerts. He goes back and forth with tariffs. But no, America's the good guys here, okay? Oh, you say that until you're in a trench, boy. Oh, honestly, probably the Russians. I think China would put up a much better fight than the Russians. Large tech. Guys, we're escalating tensions with China at a rapid clip. Let's buy Apple and Nvidia and Tesla. There's nothing could possibly go wrong here. We will see all-time highs again. Hope you bought. Gil, what do you think I've been doing this whole time? Okay. How many times do I have to explain my strategy? Buy and hold forever. Dollar cost average with your paycheck. That's it. Wow. You're getting so emotional not letting it all play out. I haven't touched my portfolio at all. Let's see. The irony is that broke Trump supporters are still broke. What dip are they going to buy? They're broke. Look, the whole buying the dip thing, like, people think I lost money. I haven't sold a single share of VT. I never will until I'm like 80. I don't freaking know. But I have serious concerns. I'm not joking here. And I don't think it's like nobody else sees it. It's not obvious that we could go start a war with China, and that would probably be bad. China isn't a pushover. Oh, I'm sorry. Still keeping it on. Let's see. Oh, we got my hero, Scott Schaefer, in the house. The tariffs had nothing to do with the economics. Everything he does is for attention and to get other countries panicking and trying to make deals. Yeah, disrespecting everybody, too. You can tell the disdain that he has for everybody else. The reason they backtracked is because of what happened in the bond market. I guess the USA is not the indispensable nation they thought it was. Guys, we're 25% of global GDP. We could easily take on the world, bro. At this point, if you push them hard enough, they'll do it. That's the road I think we're going to. I'm just saying. He's waiting for the market. Who knows what he's freaking doing? Trust me, he backed down. Let's see. This is a pump and dump by the president, no less. And the tools are out there. Only he and his cronies will benefit. I don't know if there's insider trading going on, but there is huge corruption in the Trump administration and in this America in general. It's disgusting the level of degeneracy that's going on in this country. It's like everybody thinks it's okay and normal. Yeah, crypto. Oh. The Japanese were dumping U.S. treasuries. They were going to get a credit crunch. It's not about stocks. This could have caused a recession. I still think things are going to get bad. Let's see. Gee, I wonder why we embargoed Japan. Probably related to... Strong man putting that... Yeah, it's worth something, isn't it? The U.S. government paid for it. But seriously, there could be a war. I'm just saying. Bends the knee. So if he gets good deals in that bending the knee, if I ask my employer for $1 million and he doubles my salary, did I cave? The answer, there's no deals, bro. Okay, he basically dropped a hand grenade on the markets and on global trade. And then everybody's supposedly supposed to flood back and just fluff him. He basically pushed everybody and said, do not respond to this. Imagine if I walked around to each one of you watching me and just slapped you all. I'm like 3 times as big as you. You're 2 feet tall. I'm 6 feet tall. And I slap all you. Don't respond. Don't respond. We're going to have a deal, bro. You've been screwing me over, bro. And I just slap you all. And then whoever slaps back, you hit me back. Come on. There's got to be a better way than this. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm sure there's going to be agreements, okay? This isn't going to reindustrialize America. It's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. And by the time that even does happen, there's going to be freaking robots doing all the manufacturing. Okay? You're not getting your jobs back. I mean, you got to see the grift when there's a grift, okay? You can't just be like so blind to anything. Does anybody else see the war brewing here? 125% tariffs? And then China's going to clap back. And then we're going to clap back. And then China's going to clap back. I wonder what's going to happen eventually. Let's see. Why don't you admit you're a fool for having voted? Nope, I am still happy I did. There's a lot of things happening that I'm very happy about. I support the getting rid of DEI. I support axing the federal government. Not everything he's doing is wrong. But the clown show that's going on with trade and the way he's been acting around the world, I think it is wrong. I don't think he's doing it properly, okay? He literally threatened to annex Canada and Greenland. Seriously? If you think that's okay, you're an American psycho. Okay, just because you're bigger than somebody doesn't mean you rub it in their face. Didn't you learn this in like high school, college? What does that sound like to you? Oh, I'm gonna take your land, bro. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, I'm bigger than you. I'm gonna take your chocolate bar. I'm stronger than you. That's what America's doing right now. If you don't see it, I'm sorry. I mean, she's not an unattractive woman, but I don't know. I'm not really into her. He paused because of the EU retaliation to look up European Union approves retaliatory tariffs on billions in U.S. on Fox News. I mean, trust me, dude. He didn't do this as part of a master plan. He bent the knee. He bussied out. All respect gone. You can negotiate without extorting the world. This is, yeah, exactly. He's extorting everybody. How don't you dare retaliate? And it's so comical that they're trying to paint China as the bad guy. It's like a stupid person would fall for it. And I'm not saying China's perfect. America started the trade war. They're saying China's the aggressor because they responded. Q. No, I think you should be in a total world stock market index. And you should buy it with every paycheck. And you should never sell, boy. Ever. Hold it forever. I'm rich again today, oh, by the way. How much am I up? I'm up 8.5% today, bro. I'm a genius. See, all you clowns panicked. Just admit it. You guys were crapping your pants. I enjoyed these last couple of days. Hilarious to see the panic and the clownery going on. I didn't sell a single share. I mean, I'm not really buying VT right now, but it's not because I'm trying to time the market. I have other uses for the money. But I saw no reason to sell. Even if there is a war with China, okay, it's going to end someday. It's going to be fine. Stay the course. It's not hard. But no, there's some companies, if there is a war with China, yeah, QQQ is heavily exposed. What's China's tariff rate on UFC? I have no idea. But it's the spin that bothers me. It's the obvious manipulations and the arrogance, okay? I don't like hyper arrogance. Just because you're stronger than somebody doesn't mean you should push them around and treat them like absolute garbage. And you can see the disrespect. They have no respect for the rest of the world. Everybody else is trash except America. I see this sentiment everywhere. Most of you morons haven't even left the country. You have no idea what the rest of the world is like. Everybody's poor and trash, and we're amazing and awesome. With our garbage, freaking disgusting cities. Come on, man. Ugh. I don't see a war happening. We might be forced into a war if we push China too hard. And I agree. We have a lot of debt. And a war would massively explode the debt. We'll be fine, bro. Debt doesn't matter, bro. U.S. stocks, bro. Vertical lines, bro. Let's see. Strong man from above. What's making you emotional lately? I'm on my period. Let's see. Yeah, there's no way this could be a war, bro. Oh, yeah, they wouldn't dare. We're America. They wouldn't dare start a war. Yeah, I bet the people said the same thing about Japan, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What happened with that? Got clapped, at least for a little bit. And then we won because we're America. Just because you don't think Trump is acting appropriately doesn't mean you're woke. I'm not woke. I hate woke. My opinion on that hasn't changed. Oh, yeah, I missed the dip. I missed the dip. God. Everybody bought the dip except me. Everybody's rich now, and I'm poor. Yep, made no money today. That's right. I'm bald. I'm fat. The sky's pink. Grass is blue. At least I'm still not a player, but you're still a hater. Yes, because I think the USA deserves some hate, okay? I think this is the amount of scams and degeneracy that's going on. Watch my freaking video. Come on, man. You think this is okay? What's going on here? All these scams and cryptos and frauds? Come on, dude. No, but I was born here, so I should accept crypto scams. That's cool. If the U.S. reindustrializes, H-1B workers will take the... No, it's going to be robots, dude. It's going to be the freaking robots. Trust me. 20 years from now, oh, yeah, we're all going to have good jobs. All China has to do now is send some balloons. Oh, yeah, the Chinese spy balloon. They actually shot it down somewhere over my... not over my place, but like in this area. I think it was off the coast of Virginia. Because we have like an Air Force base here, Langley. So they scrambled some fighters and they shot it down. What do you think about the IRS giving up taxpayer info over to ICE to deport illegals? They pay taxes. They have EINs. I don't care. Okay. I mean, the government's cooperating. I mean, whatever. Who cares if they pay taxes? You know, when I lived in Italy or when I lived in South Korea, you know, every time we bought something, I'm sure we paid taxes, sales tax. Oh, I paid sales tax, so now I'm a Korean citizen. No, that's not how it freaking works. They want you to leave, you get out. Why is there suddenly another 100 billion of imports from every country around China now? Let's see. Anyway, that's the video. Did I miss any super chats? Got that one. Got that one. That one. That one. That one. Man, I made some bank today, baby. What is your strongest part? Let me show you. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, the whole slippery slope argument. At some point, no. Okay, not everybody's going to be deported. If you're Hispanic and you're a citizen, even if there's that one guy that got deported, okay? Sure. But they're not going to round up every Hispanic in America and deport them if they're citizens. Like, come on, people. Oh, they're going to all get rounded up. Oh, my God. Not going to happen. I don't know. I was. You want to see it? You want to lick it a little bit? Anyway. Keep fear-mongering. I've been having fun, guys. I'll be perfectly honest, okay? You people panic so easy. Like, you can pretend like you're all tough and you all made money. Most of you were crapping your pants these last few days, and I was sitting here laughing, okay? Because I don't think the world's coming to an end, and I'm very confident in my strategy. I think a lot of you are not. I think a lot of you are clowns. Perfect, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, book a tax consultation. I got freaking work to do. And you guys have a wonderful evening. Cheers!